All right. Sat at table, 8 minutes to close, but I get the last laugh. This one's also from Tales from Your Server. You know how this goes. I'm at a hotel. We close the restaurant at 10. Set up breakfast the next day. Cocktail menus get replaced with coffee mugs and sugar caddies, etc. There's a family finishing up. Everything else is set for breakfast. I thought I'd be out, but no. 9:52. I explained that we obviously were about to close, but of course, heaven forbid we stop serving food before 10 p.m. and get a bad review. So I let them know it's last call and food and drink orders must be in before 10 because we close. But I'm nice to the guys. They both offered my favorite dish and even got the homemade bread for extra sauce. I apologized to the kitchen. Thankfully, they ordered the same dish, less reopening things and cleaning. I check on them while I'm cleaning, closing taps, etc. I had another couple come in to ask for drinks, but let them know that it was after 10 p.m., we were closed, and like rational humans, they went to explore the downtown core with plenty of options open until 2 a.m. Mm-hmm. I know the two men heard the interaction because we were the only people there. Cue this guy waving his wine glass at me. I know this is the douche way of asking for another glass of wine, because I'm not friendly with them, so I ask why he's waving the glass at me. Quote, clearly I'd like another Pinot Grigio. And I'd like to go home, but that ain't happening now, is it? Is what I like to have said. Sir, you sat down and ordered your meal and wine when we are 5 minutes before closing. I asked for your full order because we close at 10, and I can't serve anymore. Not you, not those other hotel guests either. But why can't I get another glass of wine? Sir, I don't understand what part of we're closed do you not understand. I let you know when you sat down to put your full order in. There are several other options you could have chosen, but you chose the one that is now closed. I could have sent the wine upstairs with him, but no. I legally can serve up until 2 a.m., but no. Never come in 5 minutes till close.
You're damn right.
I hated that.
Seriously,
that
have
was the worst.
Some respect for people. Doesn't matter if it's a restaurant or not.
I know.
Like, you don't go somewhere when they tell... I'm going to tell you this right now. If you go into a restaurant and they say, just to let you know, once you hear that, just turn around.
Yeah,
just turn around. Nobody wants you there. The server's upset. The closing kitchen staff is upset. I know. Everyone is mad. Especially when it's like really, really 5 minutes to close and nobody... Yeah. If it's a dead day and nobody's there,
yeah,
and it's like you've already been cleaned up, you're ready to go, you're just not allowed to close because like technically we can't, and you technically have to accept people sometimes, but most of the times kitchen's already closed up.
I know.
And like regardless, sometimes you have to accept them, right? Like the boss is like, no, you have to, it's policy. Like,
I know,
we close at 3, you technically have to let people until 3 even if it's 2:55, and people are just like, oh great. I'm like, yeah, no, not great. One, I know this for a fact, like anywhere you go, like you're not gonna get the best.
I know,
anything
quality,
like
no.
First of all, best service probably, well, like I'm not gonna give you shitty service, but I'm just like, I'm annoyed. Come on.
Yeah, of course.
I've been there for like how many hours? You want to come in?
Yeah.
When I'm ready to go. Sometimes I'm okay when it's like, okay, there's still people, like we're gonna be here regardless anyways.
Yeah,
it's been a long, whatever. But like when you can tell, you come in, you're the only table, and it's like, dude, just turn around. Like, how? No, we're gonna be quick. Like, no, you're not. And then I feel bad because I'm not gonna rush you to eat, but it's like, come on, like,
I know,
just no.
I actually did this a couple weeks ago.
How?
Okay, no, I actually tried to leave. But he was like, no, it's fine. It was at Aroma. Do you remember when I got that salad?
Oh yeah, that was like so long ago, a couple weeks ago. That was like a couple months ago,
right before we left for Italy. I really wanted a salad, and they have like good salads there. And I think it was like 15 minutes before closing. I had no idea. Like I went in, and he was like, it was like after I ordered. He was like, no, it wasn't. I lied. He was like, oh, just so you know, like we close in whatever 15 minutes. I was like, oh, okay, like that's fine. Like I'm gonna leave. Yeah. It's fine. He was like, no, it's totally fine. Just wanted to let you know, like I was getting takeout. Like I wasn't. Yeah, no, that's totally
fine. Sometimes like.
He was so nice, and I gave him like a big tip. I was like, thank you so much. And then he gave me free pastries and stuff.
Because it was end of the day. That's so cute.
He was like, no, like tip, like come near the end of the day. If I'm here, like I'll give you all the like the goodies. And I was like, oh my god, this is so nice.
You're doing takeout, that's fine. Like again, kitchen swap, like, but like
I know.
Honestly, no. Like if you're gonna come sit in a sit down restaurant, oh my god, I'm telling you,
I tried
you're
to
the
leave.
asshole. Don't do it. No, I know. You're fine.
One time I went to a Tim's like really late at night after drinking, And the guy gave me like a bunch of free donuts because he's like, we're just gonna throw them out anyway.
Yeah, their policy that you can't take it. They used to years ago. You were able to take home like if you were getting Tim Hortons. My cousin used to get Tim Hortons, but they changed it.
Well,
because people everything in the garbage
because people
so
abused
sad.
it. And they took advantage and people started stealing.
And I think it was also like if anything happens to you, like say I remember there was one story, I forget where it was, but they would donate it to either a shelter or something, like stuff that they were gonna throw away anyways. Right. And somebody got sick and like they're like trying to sue. Oh. And they're like, damn, we gave this to you for free. You know what I'm saying? Or like,
I was just gonna say that
like that's like a liability.
Not worth it.
But also, it's just so sad to see all the stuff they throw away. It's so sad.
That is really for
sad. People who could,
I've always thought, like, why do they throw it out? Why don't they just give it away? Yeah. But I guess that makes sense.
Like, liability.
Never thought of that.
Yeah, just don't. Let me tell everybody. Don't show up to a restaurant 5 minutes before close.
No, it's just rude.
It's rude. I wouldn't, even when I'm at the mall and they're like closing. I know. And you can see like they just worked a long shift. They're like tired of all these customers and you're like, oh, I just need to one more thing. It's like, no, they want to go. Like I don't even bother. I'm not going to ruin your day.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, that's a good one.
People who get it, get it.
Yeah, for real.
That's why everybody's got to work in the restaurant industry at some point. Or service industry for that. Like,
for real. Even like working at a clothing store.
Yeah.
People work retail.
Yeah, exactly. Top comment. I had a table last night. It was last call for alcohol 30 minutes before we closed. My coworker goes around and checks in with all the tables. Talks to the table. They say they'll think about it. She tries to convey that there is no more time, it's now or never. They still say they're not sure. 10 minutes after last call, they wave me over. They say they've decided to get a bottle of wine. Ha! No. That's so lame. I try to explain that last call happened. That was the last time we could legally serve them. I could get in trouble for bringing them the bottle. They're welcome to take it to go. I'll even open it for them, but they can't drink it here. After arguing back and forth, they accept their fate. They're only one of the tables in my place. People are so funny. Why would I want to give you stuff after we're closed? Don't people realize we want to leave at the end of the day? Why on earth would I bring you more wine? Honestly. That's true. Like,
seriously. Honestly, again, it just goes to have some respect for, like, the people who are working. They gave you a limit. Like, if you just allowed everything all the time. Like, there's closing for a reason, right? You're closed. That's it. People need to go home. People have other jobs. It's closed. That's all. Like,
okay, but hear me out. Is the problem the fact that people come in right before close, or is the problem the fact that your shift ends when the restaurant closes? Because wouldn't it make more sense for everybody's shift to end 15 or 30 minutes after the restaurant closes so that you can do cleanup?
Well, your shift like in restaurants, it's like your shift ends when it ends. Like there's no like you'll never be like you're working unless you have like shift change places where you're like your lunch, you're from 12 to this, like you're done. There's no like I'm going home at 7. No, you're going home and everything's done.
Yeah. Is that the mindset?
So basically, the people, the people who are like coming in. Is it the mindset
that you have, or you're like, Corey closes at 3, I'm done?
I want to go home. I'm not done until I could be there longer. There could be people who were there at 2:00 who are still eating. I'm not going to rush them. Yeah. But like because they came at a timely manner, like they know. But if you come at 2:55 and not to stay till like 4, come on. Like,
that's so rude.
It's so rude. Yeah. Like, and you just don't do that. It closes at 3 for a reason.
Yeah.
Like
I worked
the kitchen closes, the kitchen starts closing. And it's like, sorry, like, they're doing their cleanup. They're not going to stay, they're efficient. 100%. Like, especially for, like, if you think labor costs, like, you don't wait until 3 to start cleaning. Like, you start getting things ready. Yeah, because you want to be efficient and get out of there. But
yeah, when I worked at Moxie's, like, it would never be a set time that you were off. And I think it was, like, a half an hour after. And when I worked at a club, if the, like, last call's at 2 a.m., everybody has to be out by 3, but I was usually between 3 and 4 to actually clock out.
Yeah, because you have a bunch of like.
Got to clean up the whole club.
Exactly.
You got to clean up the whole. You got to mop the whole freaking club.
Exactly, but the longer
at
people stay,
3:30 in the morning.
The longer people stay to like the point of where they're allowed to, it prolongs your.
Add 30
closing,
minutes after that.
Yeah,
it just sucks.
When nightclub, it was at 2 a.m. cleanup started.
Yeah.
People are still in the club. The club is full-blown mode, but we were told as soon as 2 a.m. hits,
You start.
every single glass that is not in someone's hand gets cleaned up.
Yeah.
If it's a full drink sitting on the table, doesn't matter. It's going in the bin and it's going to the back.
Listen, closing time is closing time.
Yeah.
That's it. Respect.
Yeah.
Respect closing hours.
Well, closing time at the club was 3 a.m., but they're like last call is at 2 a.m. So like literally we want you to start cleaning up at 2. Go around people because you're kind of like cleaning up the whole night, but the whole night you're kind of cleaning up like broken bottles and empty glasses. But they're like at 2 after last call, like if it's a glass and it's on the table, doesn't matter how much alcohol is on it, clean it out. The only thing, you just don't take cups out of their hands. And that way they put it down, they turn, boom, they go, it's gone. The drink's gone. It's been cleaned up, and it encouraged people to get the fuck out of the club.
Of course.
Yeah.
We close at 3. At 2 o'clock, me and whoever's closing, we're looking at each other. We're like, yeah, you're on this, you're on this. We're closing everything. Coffee machines down. Like, there's only a few tables left at the restaurant.
Yeah, you're starting to clean up.
People can still come in. Like, I'm not going to deny you at 2 o'clock when we close at 3. But, like, we're closing up. Everything's wiped so that, like, by 3, even if there's, like, another table, you just a quick wipe down and you go home. As a server, you don't want to stay longer than you have to. Like, if you're not making tips anymore, like, that's it. I don't want to stay till 4 o'clock cleaning. Like, you're going to start...
Yeah.
Nobody wants these jobs. Like, this is not something that, like, most people do for fun, right? Like,
Other
this
than
is...
me. I love serving.
Oh, okay. Love that for you.
I'm so happy I don't work in any restaurant industry.
Bro.
I'm so happy. Nightclub was like one of the worst jobs ever because you were like working late nights and then I had to go clean the glasses. You're packed in there like sardines. And eventually I just got confident pushing people out of my way. But then I'd also have to hold up like a tray that I'd have to hold above my head.
Jeez.
Because you couldn't hold it near you because you're like skinnying through people. So you're moving sideways, pushing through all these people. Someone breaks a glass. I got to go grab the broom and the sweeper.
That crowd just sucks. So working at nighttime, working in clubs, like
yeah, it was
chill,
brutal.
breakfast, morning. I'm out of there by 3 p.m. So
but like,
that's why I like it.
Bro, servers make bank.
They do. You can
Like I like sometimes I'm just like I go to a restaurant. I'm like, okay, we'll go to like Hunter's Landing or something, and I'm just like, okay, like I just tipped this dude like $25, and like how many tables would you go through in an hour?
Yeah, it
like
depends.
5?
Especially it depends what type of restaurant.
Breakfast is pretty fast.
It's fast paced, right? It is a lower, for the most part,
Lower
like,
tip,
but
not lower bill. Yeah, lower bill.
How many
right?
tables do you think you turn over in an hour? Like 5, 6?
It depends. Sometimes more.
Sometimes more.
less.
So you think like a dinner
depends.
restaurant would be like 5 or 6 tables for an hour?
No, dinner's longer because you stay long. There's appetizer.
True.
Breakfast is
So let's say like 4?
Some people are like in and out. I want my coffee, I want my eggs and bacon, I want to go home. That's it, or I want to go to work.
Your section, how many tables would be in your section, right? Your section could be full at once. How many tables would be in a section?
It depends. Let's say it depends how we are. About 8, 6 to 8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay. So like 4 an hour. So like on tips, you're making like $100 an hour.
It depends.
Depends.
It
No,
depends.
depending on the
out.
place.
It
there's
depends
tip out.
again. Like
There's tip out and stuff, and some places are bougier than others.
And
But
I have 8 tables, but it doesn't mean it's like how many. So 8 tables generally fits like each table is like 4 people, but it could be 2 people. So
Yeah.
It could be 1 person.
True.
At that table, but
depends on what they buy and
and
stuff.
it depends. Like you can have a single person tip you more than a table of 10. You know?
Well,
Yeah.
Whenever I tip, I'm just like calculating. I'm like, how many other people did he serve in this hour? I'm like, this dude's making bank.
Sorry.
I love it.
I've got a interesting one here for you.
I thought we were done.
No, I got a little
Should we do last
extra one. Okay.
Last one. Okay, let's do it.